to put 2 desks here, like I said. Now, they are accessible, right? Somebody can get in, yeah, they can get in behind. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Just want to make sure there's room that people can get around the desks on both sides. Now, I'm going to put 4 time clocks. Now, each time clock set at its default setting will call 1 additional person into the room. So that way there's 4 additional people that are going to be waiting every time to ensure that there's A, people in the room, and B, people that'll sit down and take the time. Now, like I said, I'm going to have desk 2 specifically for the job of watching this section here. So thusly, I'm going to have the speakers for this one only in this room. Now I'm going to switch back over to 1. I'm going to have camera here. Now, it doesn't quite cover all the way to the end, but once I get the zoom lens camera, it will. I'm going to put one here as well. And here. Now, there's no use to put one in this long hall here, because there's no way it can reach all the way to one end or the other. So you want to make sure you put the cameras where they're going to be really easily noticed. As for these, I'm going to put one here and here, just to ensure I have maximum coverage. One here and here. Now, the only people who might not hear is maybe here. But that's okay, because this one here should reach at least to here. And I can always put a heavy-duty one smack dab in the middle or something later. As you saw, if you've seen any of Bradicus's videos, hey, the doors are already doing their job. See? That if you've seen any of Bradicus's bass design videos where he likes to show off his bass, the heavy-duty loudspeakers cover a whole lot of freaking range. I mean, it's amazingly high how much they cover. Just in case, I am going to put maybe one in here. And that should provide optimal security coverage in specified zones. Okay, so now that we've done the maid, that sounded really bad. Now that we've done the maid mission, we can move on to the next thing. Heads of the underworld. There can only be one criminal mastermind. It's time to make sure that it's you. Gather all the major criminal players to a conference in your island and explain how things are going to go down. So, summon the crime lords. The crime lords, just like evil geniuses, are impressed by shows of wealth. You need somewhere suitably ostentatious. Why do I always have trouble with this word? I usually don't. Ostentatious. To host a gathering of criminal masterminds. Build an inner sanctum and a conference table in preparation for this nefarious delegation. Rumor has it that all of the Indian subcontinent is controlled by one man, Armand Krishnan. He has many nefarious plots and intrigues, and mostly concerning the corruption of local government officials. Track him down and encourage him to come to bend to our way of thinking. Marvin DeLuca, the nefarious don of all of North America, is a powerful man, but with too much hubris. He must be made to respect true power and authority. Sorry guys, it's late. I'm okay. The incredible. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay. The inscrutable Lei Yingluo is one of the undisputed heads of organized crime across China and Southeast Asia. Track him down and send out a party to show him we mean business. So, let's head over to the world map. So, it said that Armand Krishnan is the head of all of the Indian subcontinent. Now, there's only one place in the game that's called the Indian subcontinent, so take a wild guess where he's going to be. Now, the Mafia Don, there's 2 places where you would think he would be hiding. It would be either A, in about New York, which is somewhere in this kind of area here, or somewhere on the west coast, hanging out in Los Angeles or California, nice places. And laying low, by the way, if you notice, that is a pun. To lay low, laying low, is I think here in North China. Now, if you notice, you got a couple new AOIs, acts of infamy, that we can do. We have capture a guard, capture a technician, and take a wild guess at the last one. Capture a maid. So we're going to send, all these guards, Yeah. Send about 10 workers to each spot. Plotting, mind you. And over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here I'm actually also going to send Jubei as well, because he has a good chance of uncovering laying low. Although he's not a good plotter compared to a lot of the other people, he's still better than the con workers. Now, the next thing we need to do is build an inner sanctum. Now, it's not necessarily advisable to do it closer to jail, but this is a nice small space, so I'm going to do it up here. Let's add a little extra wall onto that, make sure it's long enough to house the table. Beauty. Put that right there. I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to stick a hotel door. Now, I really shouldn't, because that's part of the mod that I really said I wasn't going to be using too many things to. But it just looks really freaking cool in the inner sanctum. Once again, this is an unofficial mod. There is an official patch release that does fix a lot of things wrong with the game. But this is an unofficial patch. Once again, it fixes some things with the game, but then it adds things that really aren't supposed to be there. Like I said, it puts the population cap up to 150 instead of 100. Allows hotels to be built inside. Allows non-hotel rooms to be built in hotels. Stuff like that I'm really not really going to plan to use. But I mean, gotta face it, the glass doors look really awesome. Burglary in progress? I don't think so, bub. Wham! Right across the face. He doesn't even notice. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. You shall be rewarded. Well, not really. I have no way to reward you. But you have my thanks. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot to up my amounts. So, at this point, it's still pretty early in the game. I recommend going 20 of each minion. Let's just cut... Oh, yeah, I forgot my triple click button. Cut the con workers down to about 25 at this point. You can cut it down more if you need to make extra room. I'll put it down to 20. I'm going to go 20. How do they keep getting in there? It should be locked.
Thanks for that, Bill. The big story today is the attempted evil plot. Shut up, Bill. As I say, our brave boys from Patriot...
Oh, I failed.
...evil plot and maintain civic order for now.
so that's done. Now, psych weakening him. I'm going to go back to here. Now, I'm only going to put 15 techies at the moment, because like I said, while they're important, they're not really that important. Guards, maybe at 15 too. Valets, you definitely want at 20, though, because like I said, they're going to be your number one defense, even over guards. Killing people is nice. It gets rid of the heat that they have. It makes them so they're out of your way permanently. Problem being, the alliances of justice aren't completely stupid. They're going to sit there, going to look over the list of records, and they're going to go, hey, we sent 15 agents to this island, but only 3 returned. That's odd. So, they're going to send more agents. And if they keep noticing the same pattern, they're going to start sending better and better agents. So you have to be careful of that. That's why I think it's the best actually psych weakening them. And, okay, I don't have enough allies to psych weaken right now. Go for psychological weakening, and they'll be, dumbfounded and removed from the base. They'll be brought down here, or even possibly right out of the base into open areas like here and over here, and sometimes even all the way down here. And that will keep them out of your base longer, waste more time on their island, and make them leave without heat. Because a small tip is if an agent leaves without heat, your worldwide heat for that actual organization will go down. Now that one's still going down. That one's still going down. Nope, technician is done.
Attention! This is an Anvil World Service transmission. The chairman begs his loyal citizens to be on the lookout for suspicious foreigners on Chinese soil. The evil organization continues to prey on our civilians, perhaps hoping to somehow exploit their skills. The chairman assures you that these infidels will be stopped, and the party will once more be triumphant.
Oh, I got MPs out for those guards to get here.
Hola, this is the Smash World Studies. Citizens in all Smash territories are being urged to remain vigilant as the spate of kidnappings continues. Skilled civilians are being spirited away by the evil organizations for an unknown purpose. In an off-the-record comment,
Crap, he
Smash
escaped.
official said that the chances of rescuing the hostages were slim to none.
Oh, he almost let his buddy out. Do you see that? Agents can actually let other agents out. Oh, wow, he came close. One frickin' HP left. Oh, a funny little story. If you see, if an agent from a certain alliance, say Smash, sees a dead body from the same alliance, because each one has a symbol on it based on whatever alliance it's from, believe it or not, they will actually sit down, kneel, and cry for a minute before taking their picture, so they can have it as evidence. Nice little interesting fact there. I thought was a nice touch. What I plan to do here is I'm going to end up putting some motion sensors here and some dread mills once I research them here, facing in towards each cell. That way they'll escape, activate the motion sensor, and immediately be run ragged by the dread mill. And where they'll sit there completely unconscious due to running out their endurance. And the guy, once they see, since they're automatically taken for capture once they escape, the camera will see them, and somebody will immediately run over and go ahead and... Hey look, it's Minnie and Jackson. Will automatically come and put them back into their cell. I love watching interrogations, they're actually quite funny. This guy's just sitting there laughing at him. No, that is not allowed. How don't know why, but this one isn't really working too well. It's getting pretty... yeah. Now, I'm not a big fan of using traps, but since this is supposed to be set to level 3 door anyways, I'm going to put some pressure pads here because they can't roll past the gold. And this pop-up trap, so it'll immediately come and attempt to shoot at the trap, and it's going to sap their intelligence. I still failed. Okay, that's it. Shut up, Bill.
As I say, our brave boys from Patriot managed to foil the evil plot and maintain civic order for now.
Now you see the camera saw them, which is indicated by these green rings around their feet. And since I put them for psych weakening, only social media can do that. So this guy who is in range of the speakers immediately responded to go and psych them out. Now here's how the camera system works. You must have at least one each of 3 components: a security desk, a security camera, and a security loudspeaker. So what happens is the security camera sees something, as indicated by this sight line here. That data is immediately wired to the same colored desk. So number 1 camera can see number 1 desk, number 2 cameras can go to number 2 desk. If there's someone sitting at the desk to see it, they'll then immediately broadcast a message to all of these same colored loudspeakers. And anyone within the hearing range of these loudspeakers will immediately be alerted, and anyone who has the ability to respond to that specific threat. So if you want somebody killed or captured, it'll be the martial minions and the desertion? I think not. So as I said, just double click him. He'll automatically do that. So unzoom out, zoom back in, and off he goes. Now I gotta go get that guard and technician interrogated before they end up starving to death, and I have to go recapture new ones. Make sure that they go plotting. Oh, there they are there. Justice Presence. No, that's Jubilee. Okay, I thought it was Justice Presence. Okay, now this is all completely built. I'm going to go ahead and 4 key code that. No, I'll just 3 key code it for now. See, does that not look nice? That's cool. Look up. Smuck. Now, if you notice the colored symbols, that is directly related to the color of that tree branch, so you know what kind of minion you're going to get from the interrogation. Of course, that should be obvious enough by what they are. One thing about interrogations is they put a loyalty boosting aura around. So doing interrogations is good, and since there's a lot of things around the base, especially lab equipment, big mixing bowls that can be used as interrogation devices, it's often a good thing to do interrogations all over the base. Now, you see how he's knocking at the door now, right? That means he's ready to be out. Remember, this was the deserter. So I let him out. And if we check his stats, he's perfectly loyal again.